I don't know what can happen after this moment. I don't know what can happen tomorrow to me. So I do anything now because you never know what tomorrow brings.
Out of all the artists that I've produced, many artists, but I tell you, she stands out. Because to her, this thing was spontaneous, you know, she was free and she loved music.
She had power. Whenever she brought out a CD, it was guaranteed sales. And that's what made her Brenda.
Some people say the next Brenda will still be born. I don't believe that. Nobody will be born. There's only one Brenda, and then I'll remember being one Brenda and forever.
Oh, Alex is Brenda. Oh, actually, I just want to know your recipe. You don't get old, you know.
Yeah, I also want to know.
She's more than just a musician. She was, you know, a lifestyle. You know, she was free before we were free.
Brenda was a soldier. She was a fearless someone. So we must emulate that fearlessness and be positive.
You try to put me down, I'm not going nowhere.
I don't think she cared about being a star. She just loved these audiences responding to her, and she sang right from the soul.
I think we lost somebody that really was an inspiration to many children.
She wanted to be loved, and she did love a lot. So I think people just knew it, that, you know, here's someone to love.
I love Brenda. I love you, I love you, I love you, Brenda. I've always wanted to go to Johannesburg, to Soweto, you know? And finally, I put a thumb, and there I went. My mother never knew. I had a tracksuit. I married in tracksuit, married in white tracksuit. And I hitchhiked on this truck, mobile truck. I wonder where are those people who gave me the lift. They put me at GP station because they were just blooming there. You know where the trucks stand there? And I walked it to Soweto to find Gibson Cantor's place. After Gibson Cantor left Cape Town, and after my mother refused for me to go to Soweto. The next thing, she sent police behind to look for me. They couldn't find me.
But I do know that she comes from a musical family, always been talented. Her mom was, you know, good musician, and coming from an area that is just full of talent, music-wise. You know. The love of stage started there with Brenda, and you know, not being shy helps as a performing artist. And Brenda wasn't shy.
It was way back in 1973. Brenda was about 8 years of age. The brother was in my play called How Long. So after school, she used to come to the rehearsals. Brenda would sit there and watch everything. When we went back to Cape Town for the second time with How Long, Brenda was singing my songs. So she was an incredible little kid.
Coming up to Joburg for her was just being in a hurry to get out of the misery of Langa. And Joburg has always been the place for all artists around the country to come to, you know, if you want to grow.
I used to stay, you know, when you go to Ellis Park, the bridge next to BP, there was a pipe, big pipe. I slept there before I found joy. I remember when I went for an audition, there was this, Patrick van Black said, can you try this girl? I had a track, so I remember. I just went, come with me on Paradise Day. It'll change your heart, it'll change and always. This you once believed. They wanted that part. There are better days before us, and the burning bridge behind us fire smoking. The sky is blazing, there is a woman waiting within, and the young man yet beating up for love. Paradise is almost so. Patrick said, this is what I've been looking for.
That's a part of our childhood. We grew up listening to her soundtrack, you know what I mean? She'll always be part of our lives, you know? You can't go back to the 80s and not think Weekend Specials and many other hits she hit up.
Weekend Special, I go weekend special. Don't come around, yeah. See me in the week, yeah. Call me on the phone, yeah. By Friday night, yes I know I must wait up for ya, just waiting for you. I'm your weekend special. I'm your weekend special. I'm your weekend special. I'm your weekend special.
She was my neighbor in the area of Mufolo when she was starting her career, but she was still in the group Big Dudes. Yeah, because before she started up on her own. What I remember most was the time of the bell-bottom kind of style, the hippie kind of style, and it was still the time of the afro. We used to wear afro. We never liked to have cuts.
You see, those days was childish, you know, going out. You know, all they want the kids, and there were no drugs those days. But she was making a name. She was meeting the people. She was impressing.
Even that time, she was a jolly person. And a person you had to understand if she was speaking. If you are not in that line, maybe we think she was speaking out of line. But as people who used to stay with, grew up together in the area of Mufulo, we used to understand Brenda very well.
Listening to that song now today, it pains me a lot because it is more like a song that is talking about her. She's trying hard to make a living, but the nature is much more stronger.
I remember Sis Lindwe, Brenda's sister, telling me that when they were young, Brenda would be singing on the stage and people would throw some coins over and then she would be picking them up as they're singing. So it was mainly for survival.
Joburg was harsh. The city was very harsh to Brenda before she got on stage. I mean, there were stories of Brenda being asked to sing in Shibins on top of a table. That little small part of her newly arrived in Joburg didn't last that long, although I think it left a lasting impression, a lasting mark on Brenda.
I used to sit in the station and make as if my eye is wrong, check, and go, long ago, white people long, and I had to go to school that day. Long ago, high on the mountain in Mexico, lived there and shepherd boy, Angelo, Mete and Gail and Lavisto, rich was she. People shame, they would say, oh, shame. And they put I know.
when I was young, you know, it was still apartheid days, but when I was young, most of our time was spent in the ghetto.
There is no place I've never stayed at in Soweto. You name them. Bo Irene and them. In Orlando, there was a big shipping called Irene's. Dube, Pimpville, Zola, everywhere, you know. That is why I'm a Eva.
Brenda was a streetwise girl. You can see, you know, it's somebody who was born, you know, in the streets, who was never afraid of the streets.
They can never be Brenda Fassie, you know. She was running the streets.
When she's there in Yeovil also, when she knows that she's refreshing her mind.
Brenda, she could go, you could tell her, no, don't go there, you know, it's like, there's some gangsters there. It's like, no, I'm the biggest gangster here in Joburg. I'm going there, and she would go. She was like, you know, one of the most accessible artists.
I call it street level music, that ordinary people from the street immediately were able to identify.
Brenda could just drive her car, you know, and when people shout, Brenda, she would stop her car, get out, and be free.
When you have street cred, that's woof. Yo, you're talking now, you can influence a whole community.
First time I met Brenda was going up the road. That time Junior Studio was in Times Square, so we're doing some recording. So all of a sudden when I was walking up, there was a traffic blocking in the street, like a traffic blocking. Like, when I was checking, there was this woman in the road who was just standing in the middle of the road smoking. Then cars were like, beep, 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 beep. So she gave the cars like the back, you know, so they wouldn't see who is she. And she made it purposely, because it's a one-way that is going down and she's facing down. So cops, they came and everyone, they started to see that, oh, this is Brenda and all that and all that. And you get what I'm saying? And they were like, come here, right now from here, you're my manager. You know, there are people who are harassing her, who wanted her to go to Botswana, and they didn't pay her in advance. You know what I'm saying? So they said they're gonna give her money when she got in Botswana. Like, right now you are my manager. Here's the phone, you're gonna be answering this phone for the rest of your day.
Sometimes I'm not aware of how much of a superstar I am, so people say, because I don't monopolize on that, and I don't like to live another life, because I ain't a superstar. I'm just a person that's entertaining everybody that's famous and unfortunate. And sometimes people wonder when I go maybe to stock fairs and dance on top of the table. Hola, tata, gazi, you know? And they wonder, they don't expect Brenda Fassie. No, unfortunately, Brenda, the person, is there. They get very surprised. And I like it. And I think that's the reason why a lot of people like me. Because I'm down to earth.
My mom was a very controversial type.
She was caught in controversies of different kinds at different stages of her life.
I cannot live up to your expectations, unfortunately. I lead my life. So I'm not gonna live the way you want me to live. I'm not being rude, I'm not being sarcastic or funny, but please believe you me. Let me lead my life.
And one thing I liked about her was her attitude. You know, she had like, you know,
up yours
attitude, you know.
For me, that was just a sign of be yourself, because I am definitely going to be myself.
That's how I am. I don't know how to explain this person, Brenda.
She was an extrovert. Her personality, you know, she commanded a lot of respect. Sometimes without even having to say anything.
You know, the only way you can deal with somebody like Brenda was for you as well to be very, very, you know, straight up.
She was the type of person, live and let live, you know. She didn't explain herself to anybody. She just lived her life according to what she thought was right for her.
This is me. Take me the way I am, Mafiju.
This one of the artists that is their friend. I'm not gonna mention any names. He came and like, hey Junior, what's up, my brother? And what? When I was like, what? You're saying is your brother now? What you were saying to me yesterday? Now you're saying is Junior is your brother. Junior, this is a snake.
It's not a snake.
So
yesterday he was saying this and this about you.
That's his Brenda, straight
and
up.
Tell me, all my friends who came, some of my friends, they ended up not coming to the studio. I met Brenda in late 80s, I think 88, 89. I was very naughty at that time, you know. I just like to start, you know, wars over nothing. Ask for money from her, you know, for food. You know, she said, no, I'm not gonna give you any money for food because I know you street kids, you sniff glue. I'm gonna go and buy you food. So we followed her to the shop, and then she bought us chips and everything. And after that, I told her, you know what, Brenda? I don't like the way you see. I like it when it's shaka more, you know. And she just looked at me and said, "You're such an ugly boy. And it's even worse, you are black. You're so black." I was like, yeah, I don't like you, you know. I was like, then she started swearing at me, so I started seeing her in Hillbrow. You know, so we'd go to Hillbrow, we'd see Brenda. Hi, do you remember me? He said, how can I forget you, ugly kid? You know, so then we became friends like that.
During my ups and downs, my son would come to me and say, Mommy, what's this all about? Are you gonna try? Now he's been my therapy. He is trying, and I'm trying so hard. Everybody tries.
Been getting next to you. Well, I don't wanna walk around knowing I was your fool. 'Cause being the man that I am, I just can't lose my cool.
She even used to say it. So I'm in this music because of you, you know, as well. That was what was making her carry on.
It's pure love. Love her, she loves me.
Yeah.
You love me. I love you.
We were like all we had. Because after she had lost her mom, and you know, she also went into her own modes.
My mother used to like, I'm a cuckoo, alelizwe, ayosale matuyeni. And she would say that.
Siyacela kuwe Tete Phakathi. Sicela uvule indlela. Xa sithe sazoguqa phezu kwakho. Sicela amathambo ashukume. Nisibone ezantsi emhlabeni. Nisibophe sibe yimbumba yamanyama. Sibe nensebenzo. Sicela kuni bomadiba boyemi embosopitsho bavele bambhenzele. Sicela kuwe Mangali.
But you know, Bongani is a b-boy. You know, he's a b-boy. He was always out, you know, with his crew, going to do some break dancing and all that.
Alright, this is for number one. For number one. For number one. Ladies and ladies and gentlemen, one. This for one. Not two. Excuse you.
Brenda always wanted a studio. I don't know why she didn't get it.
She would bring Bongani and leave Bongani at the studio. And Bongani, he loved the studio. So I said to my brother one day, why don't you buy Bongani equipment? And then after a month, she came and said, I've got a studio at my house, you must see. I've built Bongani studio.
Before she got sick, like there was no sign or signal that my mom was gonna, you know. She said, here's a studio. I'm like, wow. And, you know, this is like a real-time studio.
You know, Bongani is very brilliant. You know, he plays keyboard. He's very wicked, that boy. So he was busy playing there. I was like, oh. And she was happy. You could see she was happy, you know. It was drinks. She was burning African incense there, you know. She was happy, saying, you know, he's thanking ancestors, you know. He's got a studio for his son and everything. His son's gonna be a producer. Her next album is gonna be produced by Bongani. She's tired of being produced by other people.
That's where my dream started.
This son of mine, he's the most precious thing ever.
Indaba yami strange. Ayifuni rula kanti wena unababani asafuni next. Come on, bye bye.
Come Brenda. Hey! Brenda! Yes.
Now Brenda, who's that handsome young man you with?
Brenda. This handsome young guy is my new lover. Brenda. Brenda. Brenda.
You know, the history of the media, especially with us artists, they don't really care about artists. The media only cares about writing stories and selling their products.
The media in South Africa misunderstood Brenda.
The whole media portrayal of her was just like a shell.
If there's anything that my mom would have wanted the media to do is not to just embrace her, is to leave her alone.
You deceiving people out there. Sometimes you lying to people. Sometimes you trying to make money. Propaganda is a newspaper.
They contributed, you know, to a lot of her stress.
She was a magnet for the media, and because she was a magnet, you know, to the public.
They'll always pick what side to show or what not.
It's their job. Let them do their job. But they don't realize how more famous they make me, the more they write about me.
They saw what Brenda was a big seller. If you put Brenda in a newspaper, the newspaper is gone.
You see, I believe the more you criticize me, the more you make me better.
He was controlled by men of all cultures who had their own ideas about how a woman should behave, for instance, and reported accordingly.
The 21 years that I've been alive, I've never seen or heard any positive thing about my mother. Not Brenda, I'm not angry at the media, I'm just saying it did have an effect on my mom.
Disapprove or approve. The one thing they did approve of was her talent.
When we used to talk private things, you know, it's like the small things that used to get to her, not the big things like her boob falling out in the States and pantyhose tearing on stage. Psst, entertainment.
I thank you, media, for making me and breaking me.
Treated me like a donkey. I say to policeman, you got a bad attitude. Oh, I'm no criminal. I'm a good player.
You know, she wasn't getting respect only here at home. Anywhere else, wherever she went, she was huge. They would give her a queen's welcome, a red carpet, and she is a queen. There's nobody, there's no African, even artists that have gone to record in France, in America, in Africa, they've never sold more than Brenda. Brenda in Africa, she's the biggest artist ever.
She's gone, she's gone, she's gone. Oh, mama, too late, too late, too late, too late, too late, too late. Oh, mama, you were too late, too late. Mama was a little baby. She's gone. She's gone. I want my mom.
She felt very loved there, to the point that she used to come back sick. You know, skin looking all, not my mother, like, you know, and she's looking a bit smaller, and I'm like, okay. And she was like, hey, anything for people who love me, you know? I'll go again like this now.
One day, I was sitting in my room, in my house in Orlando, downstairs, and we had an upper floor, and I just heard somebody saying, "I am a princess," running up the steps. "I am a princess." Then I asked, "Now who is that?" They say, "No, that's Brenda first." I say, "No, she's right. She's a princess."
I am always looked at, right? People always look at me, but I'm never looked into. People never look inside me. They don't look into Brenda and try and understand the person in her. They always look at me. Like a camera, the camera, you always look at it, but now you looking into it. Do you understand? Right, and it does things, shows you something, right? Good. I don't know if you get. So I am rather not a little worried about who says what, because God gave me this life. So why not live it? That's me. Almighty is the only person I fear. I know how to read this. Never mind how I wrote it. I am always feeling my Lord's security. I don't get threatened easily, and my being me is the most exciting, satisfying, important main issue within the self-being. I just love being what I am, just as long as God is at all times on my side, which He is always. I don't give no da-da, 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 da-da. about no one. Whatever that means, right? Except for Bongani, my son, and myself, my brother. That's all. Omunye umuntu, I can't. Le. Kuze kuyovalwa.
You said there's a writing here. Well, she was always putting tags like Uwambe Kabe, go next door. You know what I'm saying? So whatever, if you came here to try to come with some ism, schism or something, you must go next door. That was 6 months before she came with the song. But she wrote this like way back.
And
you know what I'm saying?
That she came with the
and
same
after
song,
that she came with the same song.
wrong.
Same thing, and then she put a signal.
Usinyaka ubonile ukuthi yazini uBrenda ngibona ngathi usothule kakhulu. Usinyaka ka realize ukuthi ungenza famous the more you talk about me you make me famous. But usinyaka Tinje. Why bengithi isikhathi abantu umuntu uyasi amabhandi akho ne my axekezela. Usinyaka uyi indaba zakhe azikho akana control. Ungenza ticket. There are people out there who like to hoy, I'm a scamp in there, like hoy scamper. Like, yeah, Brenda, wow, Papa, lento, lembile. It's fine. When they say, okay, what I just said, you ugly thing, you don't know how they say, I don't care if they say I'm ugly, fine. So what? But the main thing is, Brenda, I'm better than you. You know, you've got a problem. Why can't I say, hey, you, whoever, you beautiful? Nobody says that.
And the funny thing, she knew all the people that didn't like her, that were saying, but she would just go and chill with them. We're like, why are you doing that? She says, no. You know, I want to take this thing which they have out of them. I'll show them I'm a brand. They are nobody.
I never surrender, you know? And what people think my weaknesses are what they don't expect me to do. And they think, oh, she's rude or whatever. She's not expected to do this. No way. I'm not gonna start justifying my character. My character is my character, and the way I am is the way I am, so take me the way I am. You know, if I want to do anything I want to do anytime, anyway, with anybody, that's nobody's business. I mean, I do anything I want to do.
She was more like I would say, someone who saw things that would come. Who would believe then that there would be a black president in South Africa, you know? But she saw it.
It is useless and futile for us to continue talking peace and non-violence against a government whose reply is only savage attacks on an unarmed and defenseless people.
Brenda was a very intelligent woman, very, very intelligent. And people underestimated that she was very, very, very intelligent.
She was very self-educated, you know? She had that street knowledge.
Even though in our schooling for a system she didn't went through, she was highly intelligent in an amazing way.
And she was like a prophet. She was like a prophet. Anything that she says, you need to listen carefully because it can happen anytime.
Which is something that's unexplainable, you know? You'd have to be like that to understand her.
Whatever that she says, you must sit down and listen carefully. You'll think that she's going mad or what, but people who are conscious, you can understand, and those who seek knowledge, they begin with humbleness. They humble and listen.
And she'll warn me about the wrongdoings of the other people. That this, you know what? Like, you know, I won't mention names, but I've got two people that she warned me about, and I see it.
My black president. Let us rejoice for our president. Let us sing for our president.
Brenda used to hang around with Lebo and Tembi, you see. So they were like you know, Brenda's little kids, you know, the ones she sends to shops and what, you know. After some time, you know, I formed a group, Boom Shaka, with the same label and Tembi.
She's gonna be my first production. The first girl I'm gonna produce, okay? This is the new Brenda Fassie, if you know that way out there. When I am, I will be. She's gonna be a star, but this girl, she's too much. She is just me. She's, I don't know, I think I'm her idol, am I? I'm not your idol. Maybe you'll be. Maybe I'll be. You see, confidence. She doesn't want to tell me that, but subconsciously in her mind, she knows that. You understand? And it's a fact. She's gonna be a star. It became too late.
You shared the information that normally people would charge for, but she just gave it away to potential talent.
Most people who are talented, who are gifted, is most people who share. They have been given what they have. They share it. They won't keep it with them because they are blessed with it. And that's the way they are.
She always used to say to me, Woody, you know, if you want happiness, if you want a temporary happiness, you can take a nap, you know. But if you want a long-time happiness, you must help somebody.
She did basically invite the whole of Yovu to come live at the house. Whichever house she's living in.
She was the only one whose doors were open 24 hours of all the artists in this country.
This is where we can realize that Brenda's journey in this life was mainly to give to the people.
Today we're learning about dacha, minerals, rocks, and alcohol. And these are collages where someone, you tell your life, you know? You tell all your life, what happened to your life, up until what you're gonna do about life after rehab. Because I believe no one can stop drugs without coming to a rehab. So you can't stop it yourself. You have to come to rehab first. Yeah, you can't just stop it alone. You must learn. You learn things that you never knew.
Only question ke batlang ho botsa yona. Okay. Why we le wa sebedisa di drugs dale?
It's because what's a king ne ba le ban stress ha holo one. What's a king ne? I've seen drugs everywhere. Ke khale ke ntse ke di bone. But if batho ba bampona ka re ke object what's how hona motho o naganela like ha ke tshwere ke tlhogo ha ke na mo ke ka teng go teng ke tshwere ke tlhogo mara motho wa tseba go tla monna are o tshwere ke tlhogo and then I do something about it but nobody does anything about what I want.
You are the only one, my everything, and to you I sing this all my life. I pray with someone like you. And I thank God that I finally found you.
She knew everything that was going on. She could register in terms of what was wrong, what was right, and she even knew what she was getting herself into in terms of narcotics. Because we used to speak and she used to say, "Bongs, it's hard to let go, and it's so much stress."
She said to me, she can't ask for help from people, even if she's got a problem, because people have painted her as a drug addict. So whatever she does, or whatever she has and she doesn't have, if she asks for help from people, people will always say, "I know she's been spending money on drugs," and say, "But how can I spend millions on drugs? Drugs don't cost millions. I'm doing drugs because I'm frustrated, I'm stressed. I've been working so hard for companies to grow, while she's going nowhere."
We don't want to find out why artists are so desperate in this country. And I think Brenda was a reflection of that desperation and frustration.
Yeah.
I even regret for not taking action. Not taking action because, I don't know, I was like maybe even too young to register that my mom is going through living hell here, She's getting it hard. You see, the thing is, she didn't make me see her struggle. Which is why I respect her. She handled the biz. Especially with no dad, no father around, it was even harder. I was like the dad.
South Africans, it is with a heavy heart and a deep sense of regret and sadness that the family of pop diva Brenda Fassie wish to advise that Brenda Fassie has passed away peacefully in her sleep early this evening.
Hallelujah, we are going to see the King. No more dying days. No more dying days. We are going to see the King.
To me, the last months, Brenda had been talking about death,
She was somehow could predict that she wanted to get out of this that shell, which was her body, in order to just leave everything. And I think she knew that she had done her work. Her work is complete in this world.
She knew she was going. I wasn't fine with that,
When you pull and you don't stop, it blows your brain, or you get it jammed, your brain jams, or your brain gets stuck for a minute. But sometimes you lock, your brain doesn't come back.
She's fighting hard, and I think indeed our prayers would help to make sure she recovers. We don't want to lose such a valuable person, a superstar in our country, in the rest of the continent, and elsewhere in the world. She's such a great gift to our people.
When she did get on stage, people sort of knew immediately that she was special.
No, she was always wanting that next best musical thing to happen for her. She always had that hunger for it.
I've never seen anybody that handles the crowd like Brenda.
What they didn't have was that thing that Brenda had. It's sort of even unexplainable.
She had the ability to play around with her voice that created magic within the music.
It wasn't her voice, it was the people's voice.
Brenda was gifted. It was, it's something which God gives you and say, this is yours. Irrespective of whatever, this is yours, you are taking it down with you. Nobody will ever imitate it, or this is your thing.
I could size up that, no, there's a spirit in this woman. She was not just a singer for singing for money. She had it in her.
She just had a bad night, wrong wrong dealers, wrong strand of whatever she was doing, you know. Just had a bad night. And the result in the morning was her not waking up or breathing, you know.
And every time the news came up, you used to listen, and up to the very last stage, which broke our hearts.
She's had such a hard life. I think it's time for her to rest, you know.
Almost every single day, there's so many things which reminds me of her. There's people who were with her to the last minute who feel almost what we cannot even explain. It's very heavy.
Before I used to think that, no man, it's a joke and all this. But now I feel it. The atmosphere tells me.
It's really difficult for us to accept, you know, what she's gone. But we have to accept, you know.
I just want to say thank you for coming through for my mom. I dearly appreciate your love. I just wanted to say hi to the president and go see for coming here and go start.
And if I could turn the time back into, you know, I would have stopped what have happened, you know. But yeah, the lesson was that, Bones, get up and do it yourself, boy. And I thank her for what she had left me with, you know.
I've always questioned myself about what is the meaning of life, you know. And I realized people like Brenda, Fassie, Moses Mulelekwa, Jito Baloyi, and so on, were just like reincarnation of themselves.
I've learned, you know, irrespective of how big you become, you know, even if you're a superstar or whatever you think you are, you know, you are not above anybody else. Respect is African to the bone, you know.
Someone was telling me unofficially that she's still the highest selling artist in the country.
Basically, what I learned from my mom is not what I wanted to know, tell you the truth. So I think it's what I needed to know, now that she's not here.
This is my breed, like you put it, ngeke confirm, man. Like, you know, they'll never conform you either, you know what I mean? So also keep it like that. Be who you are, wherever you are, you know what I mean? The spirit is with us, and we're running with it, you know?
Where she is, she knows that, hey, the brother is missing us, you know.
Her music will remain engraved in our minds forever. Rest in peace, my brother.
And I love her. Very much. And I miss her.
Somehow, somewhere, you probably watching over and looking, and I would like you to rest in peace.
Amazed with, you know, what a woman, you know, what a woman, what a strong woman.
My music, when I'm on stage, when I'm energetic, it's not me, it's them. I don't know who they are.